repurpose your content to other channels. Don't sleep on long form video. Keep your video vertical. Does not matter what social media channel you are using, video is still king. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Call Her Creator, powered by Stan. I'm your host, Caitlin Rhodes, also known as Social Marketing Queen. And today we are talking about your digital marketing / social media marketing strategy for 2024. I've got some trends / tips that you can be incorporating into your strategy this year. Hopefully these tips that I give you can help level up your marketing for the year. Some of these are beginner tips, some of these are intermediate tips, but all of these tips, if you use them all and put them all together, they are going to help supercharge your strategy for 2024, help you get more sales, help you get more engagement, and I hope you learned something along the way. All right, so before we hop into me helping you with 5 different trends that you can start incorporating into your own strategy, I want to ask a huge favor of you. I need your help here. So the way that we measure success here for Call Her Creator is downloads. So if you are listening to this podcast episode, please do me a solid, download this episode, download the podcast, and that will show me that you guys are out there, that you guys are listening, and that you like what you hear. I'm in love with the reviews, the testimonials that you guys have been giving me. I like to feature you guys on an episode each week, but I really need your help with the downloads. Let's supercharge those up. We're doing pretty well over here. I'm really proud of myself. And it's funny, I guess I'm going to let me get a little personal with you guys. So last week, I feel like this is a challenge that every creator kind of deals with. Is last week, little birdie told me that someone in my sphere was not saying the kindest words about me. And I like to think that I'm a nice person. I hustle for everything that I have, and I just want to help people. And so when I heard these unkind words, it hurt my heart. But I'm sure I was thinking on my ride here to work today, I'm like, you know what? I think a lot of us creators and business owners, people that put themselves out there to better themselves, deal with unkind words. They deal with people poking fun of them, whatever it might be. So I want to tell y'all some stuff. I was scrolling through Pinterest this morning, just trying to get myself out of the rut of listening to those mean people. First off, Taylor Swift's All You Gotta Do Is Mean. That song came on first in my head. But I read some quotes, and one of them said, remember, people want to see you do good, but they don't want to see you do better than them. And then there was some, like, when people are jealous of you, it's usually just like something that they're struggling with internally. And then there was one more, whatever people's opinions about you are, it's none of your business. So those are my 3 things for any of you that are struggling to put your face out there, to get online, to post reels. If you're worried about what others will say, more than likely in your creator journey, you're going to run into that. But you just have to remember that they don't pay your bills. This is for you. This is for your family. This is for your friends. Don't let those outside negative words destroy what you are building. And I am so proud of you for taking the time to want to build yourself up, build this business, and listening to my podcast. And so back to downloading my podcast, that would be amazing for me, just so I can remind myself, like, Caitlin, you're doing this for a reason. There's people out there that do love you and they love what you're doing. So download my podcast. I'm done with my rant. That's me whining for today. No more of that. Okay, so social media update of the week. Meta is offering thousands of dollars to specific creators that come over to the Threads app. Now, I am not one of those creators. I wish I was, but they're offering $5,000 just for people to post on Threads. Now, they do have a threshold. I believe it said you had to get like a certain amount of views on your thread to get that $5,000 bonus, but I still think this is Meta's way of getting people over to Threads. They want Threads to flourish. They want Threads to take over X. And so if you're not on Threads yet, this is your opportunity to head over there. I do believe they're going to be pushing people's content out. Later on in this episode, I'm going to be talking more about Threads and a strategy that you can use and what I've seen working for people. But Meta says if you're invited, you'll receive a pop-up notification and an invite that appears in your professional dashboard over on the Instagram app. So if you're listening to this, you're wondering, did they invite me and I just don't know about it? You will know because you'll get a push notification pop-up notification, under your professional dashboard. And if anyone has some insider feedback on how to get this invitation, let your girl know. What I've read is that if you're already on the Threads app, you're probably not going to get invited, and I'm already over there. But this is a really great little bonus that they're offering people to head over to their Threads app. So if you're not over there, check it out. Again, I'm going to talk more about that in this episode and how you can get over there and what you should be doing, because Threads has a little bit of untapped potential over there, guys. I'm seeing it in my Instagram newsfeed. I'm hearing about it with social media updates. So now's the time to get over to Threads. Now for our review of the week, I like to spotlight my listeners. I love y'all so much. If you leave me a review on Spotify or Apple Podcast, you could be featured on an upcoming episode. So I value your feedback. I value your opinions. Leave me a review today if you get through this episode and you are led to do so. This week's review comes from Bag Getter OG, which I love your name. You're a bag getter. I'm a bag getter. Caitlin takes the long hours of trying to figure out how to market on social media out of the equation. She gives concise, relevant, and timely info and tips that I can access quickly and apply immediately. She's also just fun to listen to. She's my calm on my daily commute. I love that you called me your calm, because I think my husband would beg to differ with you. I am not calm, but y'all know that meme of the dog and then there's the fire in the background. He's like, it's fine. Everything's fine. That is my whole life. Anxiety. But I love what I do. And I love when you guys leave me these amazing reviews like this. It really warms my heart. So thank you so much, Bag Getter OG. Who's going to be next on leaving me a review? I will feature you on an episode. So go leave your feedback. Last week, I was talking with Lo, who is from Stan. They produce Call Her Creator. And so she gives me feedback and she's like, I love how you connect with your audience and you're doing a great job, like making them feel like you really care. And guys, I really do care. And today I'm on one. So you might hear my tone of voice being a little bit crazy today, or just how I'm feeling. I don't know. I'm just excited about this podcast. I'm excited to be in front of all you people. And I'm just grateful that I'm here and that you guys have given me a chance to teach you social media marketing. I've been striving to get to this place where I'm at for years. This was not like an overnight success, but it just feels really good to finally have this avenue to share my voice, to share my opinions on social media, my tips, and to help busy business owners or creators. So thank y'all so much for being here. Now, I know you're not here to listen to me cry about haters or talk about how much I love y'all. So let's just get into today's episode, which is talking about social media trends that you can incorporate into your strategy for 2024. This is a little bit different from the last episode. I think it was a couple episodes back. I talked about social media trends specifically that are new that you can jump on. This one's more like a well-rounded strategy that you can keep up with. It's not so much trends, but it is, because some of the things I'm going to talk about are just coming out or they're a little bit new. So just so I don't confuse you and you think, whoa, I just listened to an episode like this a couple weeks ago. No, it's completely different. I'm giving you guys completely different tips this time. My main reason for jumping on tips and trends for your social media strategy is because we are getting close to the summer. And during the summer, engagement, reach, impressions, they all tend to drop a little bit. And so I want to prepare you and get you in this place where you are ready for the summer and you don't let it kill your vibe. These are some things that you can do to kind of keep that spirit going during the summer, because again, it gets a little quieter. People are on vacation, kids are out of school, people have their attention on their children, or, they're traveling. So just get in that mindset that the summer is going to slow down a little bit for you. It does for most people. If it doesn't, that's great, but it does for most people. But use some of these tips that I'm going to give you to keep that flow going. Don't give up. Don't stop. Keep it going. So first, we are talking about video. Obviously, we all know that video is king. This might be an obvious tip to you guys, but short form video should still be the biggest part of your social media strategy. Whether you are on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, does not matter what social media channel you are using, video is still king. According to Social Media Today, short form video is the fastest growing content type on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat, and it remains the key engagement vehicle on TikTok. So every single social media channel almost, it's the fastest growing content. I've seen video also coming to Threads. The challenge lies in creating short form video that actually speaks to your audience. It stops the scroll. It gets you follows. It gets you conversions. So let's talk about what makes a good short form video. First and foremost is an easy but obvious tip. Keep your video vertical. And I'm holding up my phone. If you are watching this through YouTube, vertical is up and down. Horizontal would be side to side. And that's when you upload a horizontal video to like a short form social media video, you get a black screen on top and on the bottom. Now, I'm not saying I haven't seen that happen before, because I think I've even shared like a meme video where there was black on top and on the bottom, but it just makes more sense when your video takes up the whole screen, it stops the scroll, and it's more engaging for your viewers. Also, social media channels tend to favor video that's vertical versus the horizontal when you're doing short form video. Hooks are also a very important piece to your video strategy too. Every video you make for your business should hook your audience in. It needs to stop the scroll. I personally like to lean into pain points. What's going to make someone be like, oh crap, she's talking about me. But what I wanted to share with y'all today is something that I don't really talk about. I don't think a lot of people don't talk about it. It's called negative hooks. So something I want y'all to test out this week is a negative hook on your short form video. So what is a negative hook? It is a type of headline or caption that uses a negative statement to grab attention. An example of this would be something like, don't make this mistake. Stay away from doing this to your content. Our brains, it's so weird, but our brains are more wired to pay more attention to negative information than positive information. So negative hooks create this sense of urgency, and it creates this psychological thing that makes people stop the scroll and want to read. So in addition to your negative hooks that you can try this week, I also want you to keep your short form video under 30 seconds. Now, that's not to say that long form video is out of the question, because I'm still playing around testing more long form video on my Instagram feed because I'm getting a little stale over there. My growth is just a little bit quiet. But if we're just talking about short form video, what works fast, then you want to keep those short form under 30-second videos. And then to wrap the short form video up, make sure you're moving around. Like within the first 5 seconds, maybe you've changed the background, maybe you're dancing, maybe you changed the angle of the camera. Do something in those first 5 seconds. You can even edit this in like InShot or Splice or something. If you've ever seen those jump cuts, that's where it's like out, like the screen is kind of zoomed out and then it zooms in. That's called a jump cut. So do something like that within the first 5 seconds just to change the tone of the video, get people stopping and paying attention to what you're saying. Those are my tips when it comes to short form video. Tip number 2, private messaging is on the rise. So Instagram recently revealed that people are engaging more in the DMs than they are on feed posts. So they're sharing reels, they're sharing carousels, they're sharing static posts to their friends in the DMs. I myself do it all the time. Me and my husband are getting ready to build a house. And when we see anything like that we want to incorporate into our new house, we will send it to each other in the DMs. I'm not tagging him in the comments, I'm sending it in the DMs. I don't know if it's like a privacy thing or what, but people are just sending to DMs over commenting in the feed. So this means that you guys need to jump on the DM automation train, in my opinion. This is what I gather from this train, is that it's time to do something with your DMs, and that could either mean signing up for mini chat, or you could do it the free way, which is Instagram has a setting in the back end where you can actually set up an automatic reply so that when people do DM you, like certain keywords or anything like that, you can set up an automatic reply to them with a link or something like that. For example, people will message me, and if they use the keyword services, I have something saved in there that sends them a link to influencestudio.com/services. So then they can learn about our social media management packages, our membership, one-on-one calls, whatever that may be. That automatically sends to them. I also have started using ManyChat just because my engagement was falling really flat last summer. And so I was like, okay, I guess it's time to try this, comment this keyword, and then send it in the DM. So I signed up for ManyChat. Now every single one of my videos or carousels, my call to action is comment the word XYZ and whatever the word is. So when you do that, I believe that it ups your engagement because people know what they're going to do. The call to action is clearly stated. They need to comment. Then they comment. You have an automatic DM that goes to them. And then you can also set up an automatic reply so that when you do DM them, you'll also reply in the feed to their comment. That's why, I don't know, I really love ManyChat for so many reasons. It does so much for you as a content creator. But again, a lot of people don't have the budget for ManyChat or they're just not there yet. And so that's why I'm telling you guys, you don't have to not do this. You can just do it the old fashioned way and get in your settings and set up the keywords. I do feel like I might need to put like a little how-to video on how to do this. So I'll work on that maybe this week or next week. I'll make a reel for you guys that kind of explains how to set this up so that you can avoid having to pay for ManyChat. But it's not too hard. You go into the settings, you basically tell Instagram like what keyword. So say they say services or maybe they say, I don't know, training or something, then you can link them straight to that specific training or whatever it is. It will save you time and it will up your engagement because now when people are DMing you, they're going to get this automatic response. So that response time is up. So Instagram likes that, the algorithm likes that, and it will help your account grow. Another tip, number 3, is for the summer of sadness when our engagement goes down. I want you guys to utilize this tip that I'm about to tell you, and that is to repurpose your content to other channels. Don't just put all of your pennies in one hat. I don't even know if that's the saying. I definitely know it's not. But this is the time when you could be testing out other channels. So if you're posting reels all the time, save those videos and post them over to YouTube Shorts, post them over to TikTok, post them over to Facebook. The only thing you really have to change, like you don't have to change too much. Maybe it might be change your call to action to match up with whatever social channel you're on. For example, if you're sharing it over to Facebook, then you could put a link there in the caption, whereas Instagram, you can't put links. So if you can just make tiny little optimization adjustments like that, this should be pretty easy for you. Now, our team, Darby is my director of operations at Influence Marketing Studio, but she's also my personal assistant. Thank you, Darby. She will repost my Instagram reels over to my YouTube Shorts. I believe she does it organically. No, maybe actually, now that I'm thinking about it, she does it through Metricool. So we use Metricool to schedule our client content, and we've hooked up Social Marketing Queen over there. So she will put in a video for YouTube Shorts, I believe LinkedIn and Facebook maybe. I don't even know which one she's using nowadays. She's got my strategy on point over there. But I know that there is a free version of Metricool if you want to test something out like that. You can also schedule through Meta Business Suite, which is free. Obviously, that's only going to let you schedule reels on Facebook and Instagram. There's some other social media scheduling tools too that might be free. Buffer, Hootsuite, those are ones that I've used in the past. But if you can't post it organically yourself through the app, then schedule it through one of these scheduling tools and save yourself some time and just see what sticks. See if maybe, I can't remember who it was. There's a girl on Instagram who was all in on YouTube, and then she decided one day to start sharing her videos over to TikTok. One of them took off and went viral, and she's like, oh, this went viral on TikTok, let me share it to Instagram. And now she's got a really strong following on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, all based off of one video. So don't think that you have to make different content for different social media channels. They can really all be the same. You just might want to adjust, the call to action. Like I said, maybe the hook is different. Personally, I don't change anything about the video. I might have something different for the caption, but everything else is pretty much the same, and just share it in different places. Now, I know we talked about short form video, but I also wanted to give some love to long form videos. So tip number 4 is don't sleep on long form video. Now, when I say long form video, it still has to be engaging. It still has to capture attention. And so there's a couple different ways that you can hop on the long form video train. One, like this right here, my podcast, we actually will chop this video up into several different long form videos to share on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. They'll be around 30 seconds long. Like that is a pretty good long form time. I've seen people though post for up to a minute and still get good engagement. It just depends what you're posting about, right? Whatever can keep their attention. Some other engaging ways to share long form video that will still get you good results is talking head videos. That's basically where you're sitting, you've got the video on your face, and you're talking into the camera. There's the green screen, where you basically get on Instagram or TikTok and you use the green screen effect, and then you put something behind your head. Maybe it's a video, maybe it's a screenshot of something, and you're talking about it. I've seen that work very, very well. And then those are pretty much the two right there, is either like basically getting it in front of you or green screen effect. One other one that I use a lot is just me talking, like I'm walking to the coffee shop or something and I'm just talking. I will try to do different angles. I'll talk for the first 5 seconds with my title, and then I'll change like my angle of how I'm talking. So the video is still intriguing. It keeps people watching it, because when you're just sitting in front of a video and like you're just talking monotone and you're like this, no one's going to listen to that video or watch it. So you have to be engaging, and that's some ways to be engaging. Also, if you watch like my little podcast promo videos on Instagram, you'll see we do jump cuts. Again, that's where you're stretched out and then you zoom in on the face. We add in text overlays and emojis. I was playing with InShot the other day and I was playing with my background. I changed the background to like a purple background. Wasn't my best work, but I tested it anyways, and that video is actually performing okay. So don't be afraid to play around with it, edit it, try different things. Don't ever get comfortable, guys, doing one thing. You've got to be able to pivot. You've got to be able to try other things. And then if you are doing short form video, make sure you're cutting out the silence, the ums. Make sure you're being interactive, changing spots. I already said that one. Just keep it engaging, okay? Don't be boring. Tip number 5, obviously I have to talk about AI here. We use AI for a lot of different things. So whether that's you using AI to schedule your content, or you're using AI to write you captions and hooks. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can go over to like ChatGPT and say, hey, I'm a mental health coach that focuses strictly on work-life balance. Give me 5 hooks that lean in on a pain point about work-life balance. And then ChatGPT will give you some hooks. You use those to create your videos. That's utilizing AI. Flick has a really good AI generator that if you give it an idea, it can give you captions detailed with emojis. What are some other ones? Obviously, Canva is one of my favorites. There's a couple tools. I actually just talked about some AI tools for you guys in the last 2 episodes of Call Her Creator. So please make sure you go listen to those, download those. Remember how downloads are very important for me. But Canva has so many different AI tools, like the Giphy tool. Basically, you can like search on Canva and they will pull up a plethora of different AI tools that you can use for your social media, your content creation. I'm trying to think if there was any more that I had off the top of my head. Those are like my main ones that I use on a daily basis. There's other ones like Munch. Munch will take a long form video and cut it up into several different little tiny short form videos for you. And then I recently got in contact with InVideo, and you can actually record like 30 seconds of your voice, and then AI will take your voice recording and make you new videos. You write in a prompt, it uses your voice, and then it has this voice do voiceovers for new videos that you didn't even have to record. So there are so many different AI tools out there, guys. You could do a simple Google search and say like top free AI tools for me to use for social media marketing. Hopefully my blog post comes up, because I did do a blog post on this. Let me know if it does for you. But there are so many different resources out there for AI. There's no reason for you not to jump on it and help cut your workload in half. And then I have some bonus tips for you guys as far as making content better in 2024. Bonus tip number 1, implement CapCut into your video editing. If this app is not on your phone, download it. I actually got rid of CapCut a couple weeks ago because I was trying to get rid of apps on my phone, and I missed it so bad because CapCut can literally take like 5 seconds and you've got this meme or trendy reel to post over to your Instagram. I did it on Sunday and that reel is already at like 20,000 video views, and it was a CapCut template. If you've not jumped on that yet, do it. It's easy to use. It's user friendly. It's basically, if you're scrolling through Instagram and you see those videos of like a celebrity or a dancing meme or something in front of a picture or something like that, that is CapCut. And then bonus tip number 2, I told you guys I was going to be talking about threads. So yesterday I was scrolling through Instagram, and what popped up in my newsfeed? It was a thread that someone had threaded. I don't know if that's how you say it, but someone had posted a status update on Threads, and it's showing up on my Instagram feed. And so I clicked it because it was relevant to my industry. It talked about social media, and I went over to Threads and I fell down the rabbit hole. Like, there's so much good stuff over there, and it's just people talking about relevant information. But I ended up following that person because of their threads. So Threads is a way for you to kind of get more followers too, because it's going to pop up in people's news feeds. Again, Meta is pushing Threads, so they're going to be pushing it over to the Instagram app. Who knows? It might even start showing up on Facebook. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but if you guys have, let me know. Threads is pretty easy to hop on. You don't have to do any crazy video editing or image editing. You really could like take little snippets of a blog post and post them as a thread update. It's very similar to Twitter if you were ever on there, or X, I guess is now what it's called. But if you don't know what to post, just do a quick little scroll through Threads and you'll see that people literally just post what is on their mind. It's like the old Facebook back in 2008 where you would tell people that you were going to the gym and you just had a Coca-Cola, like, you know, those stupid status updates that we're all embarrassed of now in 2024. Yeah, that's what it is. So those are my tips for you guys. Again, remember, summer is coming, engagement, all of that will fall a little bit short, but it's not you, it's not your content. It's just people are busy this summer. So this is the time for you to test new things, play around with new strategies, post on new channels, but just don't get stagnant. Don't get comfortable where you're at. Keep putting in the work, keep testing things and see what works for you. Now, if you liked today's episode, please download it. Again, they're so important to me. You can also leave me a review if you're feeling froggy. I love you guys. Let me know what you want to hear on the next episode. And thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk today. Thanks for letting me unleash my emotions on you this morning when we started off. And hopefully my tips will help you strategize for your social media strategy for 2024. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see y'all next episode.